Alright, so we got the first critter of the night here, guys. Check them out, see them, a little frog? So if we're going to help these animals across the road, I want everybody to like wet your hands in a puddle or something like that, and then try to pick them up, alright? We'll make sure they're in a bucket so they don't jump out of your hands. Car coming already, alright? Good timing. So this guy was heading this way. So we just saved that guy. Maybe he might have got munched by the car. Well, let's keep looking. Here's the second critter of the night. Everybody know what it is?
A redback salamander.
Spotted salamander. So I got my hand nice and wet. All right. All right. So you can see they don't move too fast, and the fact that this guy escaped 2 cars that passed by while we were looking is just a miracle. All right. So take this guy. His body's real cold. All right. I'm gonna flip him over. All right. You guys want to know how you can sex salamanders? You flip them over, and you see the male right there. He has, cooperate for me, boy. See that big pouch underneath? All right, that's his cloaca right there. There's a big pouch right there. And inside that cloaca, he's carrying what are called spermatophores. So what this guy's gonna go is the males go to the vernal pool first, and they get in the vernal pool, and they all get together, and they formed what's called, a male group is called a congress. Unfortunately, these guys know what they're doing as opposed to our Congress. They all get together and they throw out pheromones in the water, which when the females come, the females will be plump and they're full of eggs. They've been having eggs in their belly since January and February. They come in there, they find this, they smell this Congress, they taste it. I don't know how they get there, but they get to the Congress. All right. And in the wetland, a female will come underneath the water and she'll attract a male, and they'll do kind of this mating dance, all right? And if the female likes the male will wiggle his tail and he'll kind of go off, and the female will come up behind him, and if she likes him, he'll release a spermatophore, one of those in his pouches, and she'll go with her cloaca. All right, she'll go with her cloaca and she'll put it in, and then she'll fertilize her eggs. All right. What's happening tonight is probably one of the most predictable things in nature in the East Coast here. The migrating amphibians coming out from over and wintering habitats into the vernal pool where they breed in. And the vernal pools this time of year are filled with snowmelt and rainwater. Like today, it's been raining steady all day. The animals come into these vernal pools to breed. They lay their eggs, leave the vernal pools, and the young salamander larvae and the tadpoles of the frogs have to complete their entire metamorphosis into an adult form by the end of the time that vernal pool dries up, say July and August. So they got to really get going. That's why they're here so early. They're here at the end of March, early April, when the rains rain all day and into the night, and it's over 40 degrees. You got a pretty good thaw right now. So that's what's happening tonight. I suspect we'll see the spotted salamander, and we'll see wood frogs, probably spring peepers. And when we see all these animals, I'll explain a little bit more about their life cycles. You know, pretty cool stuff. And so I had everybody wash their hands, make sure they don't have anything, because we're going to help them across the road. They don't have any lotion, sunblock, you know, because amphibians breathe through their skin. Many of them have lungs, but they suck air right through their skin, so you don't want to get that clogged into their pores. You could do them harm. And safety is probably the most key. If a car's coming, you know, I know you want to save that salamander, run out in front and grab that salamander, but it's not worth your life. All right, so make sure you don't get hit by a car. All right, that's the most important thing. There's somebody. Is that somebody? Let's go. Cool.
Can I borrow a thing? Can I try and put him in?
What's that? He's so close you can almost push him in the butt. Like give the little...
Okay. Yeah, bud. You're so close. Come on, buddy.
There you go. Just bring him over. There you go. Yeah, he's a good guy. There you go. There you go. He's right now. There you go, pal. Nice. Nice. No, we put the other one over there, man. It's definitely a different one, but it looks like another male The females are, like I said, much more plump. All right. Does anyone want to do this one? You were real excited, right? Steve, you got the better container?
No, I gave it to
No.
I've got it.
All right. That's more. All right. So you want to get your hands wet. All right. All right. Sometimes they're fast, sometimes they're lethargic. But here, I'm gonna get the bucket a little wet too. All right. Pick them up. You can hold them for a second if you want to take a picture. And then, just, you know, he's not gonna break, but just don't squeeze him tight. You know what I mean? All right. Pretty cool. You want to hold him for a sec? Just put your hand in front of his head in case he wants to go. Do you know what I mean? Cool. It's all right. And you know what? The good thing is we haven't found a single dead one in the road, so those cars coming through hasn't gotten any yet. All right. So what we have here, right here, guys, is a red eft. I'm kind of real excited to see him. I wanted to see him. I wanted to talk to you guys about him, but not underneath these circumstances. The red eft is a terrestrial form of the eastern spotted newt. This salamander was coming down to that wetland, and as soon as it hit the wetland, it would have got a big fat green tail, and it would have turned into an almost aquatic species of salamanders that, you know, comes out once in a while. But this guy was on his way to his vernal pool and didn't make it. They're a common species like the spotted, so it's not, you know, it's not like we found a rare Jefferson salamander, but nonetheless, this guy's still sad to see, that's for sure. But that's the reason why we're out here. Yeah, very sad. So that's the wood frog I wanted to find, one of these things, and get my hands wet. All right, so let me just talk about him, right? This guy's super cool. This is, in this pool here, the other obligate vernal pool species, meaning they're obliged. They have to live, they have to breed in this vernal pool. They don't breed in any other habitats like rivers or lakes or ponds. Anywhere where there's fish, they will not breed. Only in these little tiny temporary pools like the spotted salamander. All right, and I'm looking at this one. He's really black. So he's telling me generally the darker ones are males. All right. The coolest thing about wood frogs is they overwinter in the leaf litter or not even too far underground, and they freeze solid. They have a sort of antifreeze within their systems that protects their vital organs from freezing. So in the spring, when everything starts thawing out, literally they thaw out as well and then hop on their merry way. Now this thing is a four-toed salamander. All right, let me get my hands wet. All right. Nice catch, man. This is a phenomenal salamander. All right. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. All right. Now they call them four-toed salamanders. Why do you think?
4 toes?
They have 4 toes, yeah. And he's really cool if I can get him to cooperate. Underneath him, the bottom of him, he's really pretty. He's really speckly underneath him. He's like speckled. He's gorgeous. Now this salamander was thought to be less common than it really is, and it was recently delisted by Massachusetts from being a protected species because more populations of these guys are found. What this guy, or this female, I can't really tell with the spot. It looks like he's kind of swollen in the back. What this salamander is going to do is have a little clutch of eggs underneath a tussock in that swampy wetland in there, and she'll lay the eggs underneath there. Unlike the spotted salamander and the wood frogs, who have these great big, massive clutches of eggs. We'll give them a little water. Obviously, a little mud puddle water, not the finest of water, but there you go. But yeah, so a really delicate, beautiful salamander. You really never expect to see these on any nights, so when you find them, it's really cool. Nice job, Steve. Very cool. Put them across me.
Those are the ones
Nice. Nice. That's 4. That one's a 4-toed salamander. So that's, wow, that's 4 species tonight. Nice. Yeah. Nice, man. So we got here the 5th species. All right.
Too cool.
That's it. A toad.
Oh, he's on the he's muscular.
Very cool. He's very cool.
Oh, wow.
What a beast, huh? He is super neat.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So they don't breed this time of year. They breed a little bit. Yeah, he's squeaking. They breed a little later in the year. But he's definitely a cool toad. We are up to 5 species tonight. Ooh, you hear him?
Oh, wow.
You hear him? That's the I'm a dude call. Hear him? And he's vibrating. See, he's vibrating? So he's telling me that, listen, let's break up and wait for the girl to come. Very cool.
Nice expression.
Is it? He's like, how come you're not releasing? Everybody knows this call. So let's put him over here. Nice call. You are the MVP tonight, man. That is fantastic. Holy cow, man! I didn't see until I got a close look at him. This is like one of the most rich night I've ever seen. This is a redback salamander. Now the funny thing is he doesn't breed in vernal pools. He's just out and about because it's a rainy night, right? These guys breed underneath wet and moist logs. These salamanders are totally terrestrial, land dwelling their entire lives. They hardly ever go into wetlands. So this guy just lives under logs. They are the most common salamander we have in the Berkshires. And all you got to do is lift up some logs and stuff and some rocks in the summer. You'll find these guys. And the female lays eggs underneath like a moist log, and she'll actually guard the eggs. Pretty cool. Very cool. A whole different species. 6 species tonight, people. Good grief. This is a nice rich habitat over here. Fantastic.